I want to share how I am running jails on FreeBSD. It was a bit of a journey to get here, so maybe this will help somebody who would like to run jails on FreeBSD. So the first thing I like to do on a new installation is I like to create a data set that's for the jails. So you can see here I have zroot/jails. So to do this, you run zfs create, and then you set a mount point in your file system of user/jails. This could be any path though that you choose. And then it's your ZFS file system, so zroot/jails is the name of the data set. And if you run that, that'll create a data set that you can put your jails into. The reason why I like doing this is because you can take snapshots and you can revert to them or clone them or send them other places of your entire jails directory or of some of your jails. So I'm going to make a data set for each of the jails so you to make this easier and more functional. So once you have your base or your jails directory, then I like to create a base jail. So to do that, you're going to do zfs create, zroot jails, and then base jail. Okay, I already have this, so I'm not going to run that, but that's how you'd create the base jail. Once you have that, then it's just an empty directory, so you're going to need to install a FreeBSD base system into that. So you can either do that by getting like a archived compressed file that you extract into there, or you can do bsdinstall jail user jails base jail, and that'll go through the process of setting up a base system inside of that jail. Once you have that set up and the base system is in there, what you're going to do, what I'd recommend doing is cloning that. Now this isn't the only method. I've used a method before where like everything relies on a base jail and uses all the same files, but in this case I like to clone them now. So you just do ZFS, well first you take the snapshot, so ZFS snapshot, zroot jails, base jail, and then the snapshot name, which we could call start. Okay, once you have that, then you do ZFS clone, zroot jails, base jail at start, and then you call it ZFS jails, whatever the name of your jail is going to be, which I have newjail is the one that I am putting together. So okay, once you run that, then you have a new jail. So if I take a look at user jails, newjail, I've got a base file system in here to work with. Okay, and then what you need to do is, well, to make this easy, to set up in your jail.conf, etcjail.conf file, you set up this jail information. And actually, let me just show you what I've got. Okay, so in my etcjail.conf file, you've got the host name, you've got an IP address. Now you'll notice that this IP address is set up on the loopback device, but this is LO1, not LO0. So what I've got on my host system, I use cloned interfaces in the rc.conf file, and you can just put LO1 or LO2, 3, and so on. I just create a loopback device for my jails to use, and so this allows my jails to just use kind of like and I don't want to say arbitrary, but just its own device. The jails use this network device, they put an IP address on there, and then all my jails kind of route through there. So once I have this set up, you can just do service jail one start, because I don't have it set up in the RC file. So service jail one start new jail. I already have it running, so that's not going to do that. Okay, so if you use JLS, that lists the jails, and then I grep for new jail, and I can see it's got ID number 2. So if you do JEGS, well, got to do sudo. So you do sudo jexec. I like to use -L to help with the login, the jail ID, and then sh is just the basic shell. Okay, so then that gets me into the jail, and then I can set up whatever in here that I need. So this takes care of your IP address. You put it on a loopback device. The other thing here is that you need to set up the resolve.conf file. And so for now, so I don't have to show any internal IPs, any more internal IPs. I just set up the name server in the resolve.conf to be 1.1.1.1. And then that lets me resolve host name so I can connect externally. So that's how I run these. I'll go ahead and put the commands into the notes for the video, but I hope that helps.